You can transform your life in the next 6 months if you choose to. You want to live an extraordinary life, you have to stop living like an ordinary person. She walked to jobs because she had no money in her pocket, to get a bus, to get a train, but she knew that she had something to do. Nice things, a nice life requires a different kind of sacrifice. You can't have hours and hours of Netflix and expect to grow that YouTube channel and expect to start that business, or there is no millionaire that does not sacrifice something. Have you ever been in a situation whereby you say to yourself, something needs to change? You wake up in the morning to the sound of your alarm, you decide to snooze the alarm and wake up 2 hours later. You say to yourself, well, I'm free tomorrow. I'll push the task that I'm meant to do today, tomorrow. So you decide to spend your day scrolling through social media, watching videos you don't even like. You walk down to the kitchen, you pick something to eat, you walk back straight to your room. Every thought, every task, everything you want to do is on hold because you've kept it for tomorrow. Reading has become difficult. Doing any task has become difficult. Even the basics of going to the shower and having a shower, or making yourself a meal, or making your bed, or brushing your teeth have become extremely difficult because you're waiting for tomorrow to have a fresh start. As you're scrolling through social media, you keep seeing people living their best lives, showing a snippet of their lives that you have taken to be their entire life. Tomorrow comes and the pattern repeats itself. You start asking yourself, why can't I have the life of this person that I'm seeing on social media? Why can't I have the life of this person that is waking up, being productive, having a matcha, going out, going to the gym, being as productive as they can? Because you can't seem to get the answer to that, all of a sudden you start eating trash food, drinking alcohol, having less hours of sleep, low motivation, and repeating that over and over again. The partying continues, getting angry at people online, bashing them, criticizing them, leaving nasty comments. Deep down in yourself, you want to transform your life. But the best way you know is by being mean and angry because you are upset at your own life. Well, I'll tell you something. I came from a family that has had little money. Money has always been a problem in my family, from when I was a child to when even I'm an adult. My mom moved over to the UK when we were younger. She moved over so she can make a better life for us, so that we don't grow up in that same situation that she grew up with. She was the first child in her family. She had a responsibility to take care of her brothers and a responsibility of 3 children in a country that gave little to none. She came over here. She worked low-paying jobs. She slept on floors. She slept nights in people's houses. She cleaned. She helped the elderly. She worked in care. She did every possible job that you could find. She walked to jobs because she had no money in her pocket, to get a bus, to get a train, but she knew that she had something to do. She educated herself and she went back to school. She got herself a degree. She bought herself a house. She brought us to this country. In my teens, I found myself in a loophole. I found myself in a loop of wondering why I can't get things as fast as I can. I can't achieve things as much as I want to achieve them. I can't live that life that I keep seeing other people living. What makes me different from that human being? What makes me different from that person? I have always found it difficult to start my life. I've always found it difficult to connect with the life that I had when I was in my country and the life that I'm building in this country. For 6 years, I have been doing YouTube. This is not something that I just instantly started. I had a degree. I was going to university. I was studying law. I have a law degree. I went ahead to do my master's. But I created this platform in which I can learn and I can grow. But through all this, even with the numbers that I've got, I've been able to live a dream. I've attended events. I've spoken on panels. I have gotten money that I would have never earned in any job that I've ever done within a month. It's not consistent, but it's a reward that I see myself having. My beginning and my start in life was never easy, was always hard. As a teen that came to the country that can barely understand the language but can speak the language with an accent that was barely understood, trying to create a life of people that have already been born here and have already got a life and a mark and a foundation here. Wonder why I'm telling you this story. I'm telling you that you are not alone. In any situation that you're going through, you are not alone. You can transform your life in the next 6 months if you choose to. You can change your life the very next week, the very next month, if you choose to change the way you're living and transform the way you are, if you have a goal and a mission. You have to remember this. If you want to transform your life in the next 6 months, you want to live an extraordinary life, you have to stop living like an ordinary person. Nice things, a nice life requires a different kind of sacrifice. And the life that you're choosing to live, or the life you've chosen to live, is the life that is going to get you there or not get you there. So if you're watching this video, then you're probably seeking something different. Here is the honest truth in life. If you put a penny into an investment, do not expect to get 100,000 or £10 as soon as you can. People say, do as little, it all piles up and you get the result. But I say, give it your all, sacrifice as much as you can if you want to see fast results and results that will get you from one level to another. You have to be aggressive with your approach. You have to be aggressive with what you want in life. If you want to get something so bad, how bad do you want it? How bad does it show? Where is the pain in it? Pain is not associated with something bad. The pain of something sometimes is the outcome of a better thing. To transform your life in the next 6 months, you have to reduce everything. The major improvements in your life will start if you start taking away certain things in your life. In order for you to have more room, in order for you to have something new in your life, you need to create room. Reduce your belongings by at least 25%. Things you don't need, that don't serve your primary goal. Reduce everything to create room for that life that you want to live. All of us have too much of everything, and it's sucking up the time that we need to improve ourselves. You spend hours and hours watching Netflix. You spend hours and hours going out, partying, drinking. You spend so much time gossiping. You spend so much time in bed sleeping. You spend so much time complaining. But then you ask yourself one simple question: why can my life not change? Why am I still stuck? Why can I not move from one level to another? A year comes, another year comes, and a year passes by. People are getting here to there, and I'm still staying in the same situation. It's because you are giving time to things that do not serve you. You're giving time to things that are not going to yield that goal. Work hard right now, in pain, in everything that you can, sacrifice, and the reward will allow you to have all the time that you need to watch that Netflix, all the time to party, all the time to do those beautiful things that you want to do. This life is very long. If you just set yourself a couple of years to build yourself, I'm telling you, all those things that you want to do, you'll be able to do them. Can't truly turn your life around unless you commit to focusing big chunks of time on just a few commitments. You have to sacrifice. One of the laws of the universe is the law of sacrifice. It states, if you want something of a higher nature, then you have to give up something of a lower nature. That means that you can't have something of a higher nature at the same time. It's one or the other. You make the choice. You give up something of a lower nature, then you can make room for something better to show up. You can't have hours and hours of Netflix and expect to grow that YouTube channel and expect to start that business. You have to let go of the lower nature, of that Netflix, of the hours that you're spending on social media, 3 or 4 hours, and put those 3 or 4 hours into that business, which is your higher nature, in order for it to become fruitful. Sacrifice a little bit of this in order for you to gain that business. Remember this, Netflix will always be there. The movies will always be there. Parties, drinking, alcohol will never stop. Smoking will never stop. It will always become better. Alcohol will always become better. Clubs will become better and better and better as time goes on. You know, everything that you think that you want to do right now it's not going to run away from you. So if you devote your time and put your time and sacrifice that time and put it into this business, time is going to come whereby that business runs on its own, and you have all the time to do all those kind of things, to go to all the parties you want to go to and enjoy as much Netflix as you can. And if it goes well, you can even build your own cinema in your own house that you have built with your own money and watch the movies right into your own personal cinema, just because of the time and the sacrifice that you put in, the couple of years that you decided to dedicate to that thing of a higher nature. It's your choice whether you want to fill your life with things of a higher nature or of a lower nature. Just make a conscious decision of what you're going to sacrifice. Social media has been the greatest blessing and the greatest curse to this generation and to this life that we're living in now. When I was growing up, when I was younger, we didn't have access to phones or to the internet. I didn't even know what Wi-Fi was or what internet was or what browsing was. I did not understand this. We used to use Explorer and search things up. You never had access to a mobile phone. You had a handset that you had to stand somewhere and sort of like get the signal. You only received calls and maybe text messages and played snakes and ladders. Well, I'm giving out my age, but that does not matter. But now in this generation, you can find anything and everything in this world. That is the greatest thing, and that has been the greatest downfall of anything, of anyone in our life. I'm not saying don't stop social media. Find a way to make it work for you, not to control you, but use it to your advantage. I use social media to show my work, to show who I am, to put myself out there. You're watching this YouTube video, you're here on my YouTube channel, probably you've even subscribed because I'm using social media to my own best interest to work for me. I have Instagram, my Instagram page just over here. I use it to create all my fashion looks that I love. I'm using it to my advantage. I'm using that social media to work for what I want to express in this world. Make it an advantage that serves you, not a disadvantage that puts you down. You have to try and make a list if you're going to transform your life. If you want to make the greatest comeback in your life, you have to make a list and ask yourself these questions. What exactly do you want from this life? You don't really have to have an answer, but just have an idea of how you see your life living. Look at the people around you, see the things that they have in their life that you want to achieve, and see, do I really want this? Ask questions. Ask yourself, how do you want to achieve these things? How do you want to get to that thing? How do you want to achieve that thing? I'm not talking about the hustle culture. I'm just talking about like, what have you put in place? What arrangements have you put in place to make you get to that point or to achieve that goal? What would you like to sacrifice in order for you to get there? What do you have to sacrifice in order for you to achieve that? Because I'll tell you something. There is nothing, or there is no millionaire, there is no billionaire, there is no investor, there is no your idol or everybody that you see on a big screen or someone that you aspire to be that has not sacrificed something. If you ask them what they have sacrificed, they will tell you there is always something to give in order to gain something. What are you willing to sacrifice to achieve that thing that you want to achieve? You may ask yourself a question, why do I really have to sacrifice anything? Well, as human beings, human nature, we are accustomed to certain things in life that make us comfortable. And those things that make us comfortable have become our identity, and letting go of them feels like a sacrifice. But we forget that we can't get to our higher nature if we don't get away from that comfort zone, because it makes us so comfortable that we don't see our faults and we don't see our own laziness and we don't see the things that are not right or the things. Improve your life by doing small little changes. Sometimes the reason as to why you are not achieving things or you're not getting things done is because you're neglecting the simple things that can help your mood, your thought, your mindset, and how you feel impact how you can wake up in the morning, how you can achieve things, and how you can find the motivation. Do things like going out of a walk, getting a little bit of sunlight. Studies have shown that just a little bit of sunlight, vitamin D, increases your dopamine within your own self. It increases, your happiness levels, your motivation levels, just by seeing the light and going out there and, having the light just on you. Not saying burn yourself, with a lot of sunlight, but get some light within yourself. It improves your mood so much. Going out for a walk, sitting in a coffee shop and just watching people passing by, strangers passing by, having your own coffee helps a lot. Get yourself a laptop, change environment, get go to a coffee shop or go to a library and do your work. Change of environment has been showed to improve your productivity, therefore allowing you to do more things and concentrate on the life that you want to achieve. Sit down, watch other people's lives from a distance. It can help you sometimes to motivate you, but it depends on what lens that you're seeing other people's lives in your life. So I just want to say to you that you're not alone, but you can make the decision to transform your life. You'll come back to this video 6 months later and say, I did it. I did it because I decided to do it. But this, once you sit down in your life, just be comfortable with the results you're going to get. When you stand up and start walking and start running and flying, be happy with the results that you're going to get. I hope this video has helped you. I hope this video transforms you. Come back to this video in 6 months' time and comment down below and say, Lucy, I did it. Okay? Thank you so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share with as many people as you can, because we want to see lives being transformed and people changing their lives. Your little small business can turn into a very big business a few months from now if you only take these tips into account. I love you so much, and have a lovely, great week, day, year, month, and years to come.